Hi, and good morning. It's Cindy from Pro 31 Speaks. Today I want to speak to you about our biggest enemy, and that is fear. You know, you may have heard it said that more people are afraid of speaking in public than dying, and so that means that people would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. Well, thanks, Jerry Seinfeld. That's a very funny joke. But you know what? It's also frighteningly true. I find that folks have more excuses for why they can't speak in any given situation or can't talk to people instead of saying, you know what, I think I have the skill and the understanding of the subject. I can get through this. It's not going to kill me. I don't usually hear that second part. When I was in about first grade, my teacher had a poster on the wall. And it was of a strange cartooned animal with the head of an eagle and the neck of a giraffe, I think the body of a goat or something, and then feet of like a duck. And right next to it was the inspirational quote, "Can't is an animal that never tried." And I have to tell you, as a kid, I spent most of my time trying to figure out where that animal might be located. Africa? Why didn't the books have something? I mean, for goodness sake, we learned about the platypus. But this can't animal, I didn't understand. Yeah, pretty silly, but that's where a kid's mind goes. But as an adult, it really came back to mind. And that truly is the animal, the awful, ugly thing that just never tried. We lie to ourselves when we say we can't do something. Now, granted, you might argue, well, I'm not physically fit enough to run a 20-kilometer race, or I have never had piano lessons, so therefore I can never play any instrument. And the reality is that almighty word can't is self-fulfilling. Once we say we can't, then we won't. Do you understand there's a difference? To say that you can't do something is only that twin brother of fear, and they get to hold reign over your life. But when you look at it very clearly and say, no, it's that I won't, because there are things that hold me back that make me feel uncomfortable. And the things that make you feel uncomfortable are the result of the fear. So there it is, an ugly cycle for you between fear, constantly telling yourself you can't, those feelings, emotions, and the physical manifestation of that fear. And then it keeps you in that cycle and in that circle. Well, there are things you can do that help you to physically overcome those things that happen, and then the fear minimizes. But first it does begin in the mind. You have to change it from I can't to I realize it's because I won't do it. And then you have to change that to I can, but more importantly, I will do it. When you will yourself to try to overcome, that is when you take the steps to actually overcome and actually do the things not only you might like to do, but you need to do it. You need to. As I spoke of in that first video, there are things that you have inside of you that need to be shared, and you are the one who can do it. Now let's think about that. Fear is our enemy. Can't is a self-fulfilling promise that holds us back. And then those physical manifestations of the fear, that's what we're afraid will happen. Here's an update. Okay, they do happen, and there's ways of stopping that. It does happen over time. For some, they change quickly. For some, a little bit more slowly. But here's what we can do. Fear will die when we try. Listen to that again. Fear will die when we try. Instead of I can't, which is really I won't, you have to say I can and I will. But I tell you again, 9 years of working with myself and working with so many people from all over the world, all walks of life, all languages. I'm telling you, fear can be conquered. The can't and won't is changeable to can and will. And you will do it. I know that you will because I know that you can. Now step up and get ready to learn what you can do to change the way that fear manifests in your body. I really do hope you have a good day. It's beautiful outside no matter how cold it is on this 1st of March. Leave me a comment. Ask me a question. I'm here for you. I'm really hoping that my videos can help you. It's a stepwise process, and anybody who tells you that you can do it overnight, they're lying to you. But you can do it, and you will do it, and the fear goes away. I promise. Now go out there and let's be pros together.